4 Harris County deputy sheriffs in a 6-week period have committed suicide. 3 of them retired officers, 1 of them current. 4 in 6 weeks. Why is this happening? Why is it happening so frequently? And what role and duty does the department and all departments have in helping retired officers or officers that are about to retire or officers that are undergoing a lot of stress to help them survive? We're going to talk about that today in our podcast. Thanks for joining us. SAFESECURE 360 podcast. There's safety in numbers.
Lieutenant Robert Henry is an honorably retired law enforcement commander from Houston with over 35 years of public service experience. I'm Daniel Ziegler. I've been asking questions all my life, and on this show, I do my best to ask the questions that the public would like to know the answer to. The SAFESECURE 360 podcast is intended to provide you, the listener, with information about current events and ongoing societal challenges to help make your life safer. Thank you for listening. This is the SAFESECURE 360 podcast. There is safety in numbers. Well, Robert, thank you for sitting down and talking with us about this. You're talking to you. I don't know anybody else better to talk to about this situation. You have 35 years of law enforcement experience. You've been through similar situations that these folks have, and you worked where you were a leader in law enforcement. So you know what it's like to look at a group of people and see how they interact with each other and kind of get a feel for them. This, in 6 weeks, for 4 law enforcement professionals to commit suicide in one county, that's an outrageous number. That's a really, really high number. Help us understand what this is, a tragedy that is going on. Help us understand some of the input that might be causing this, or some of the influences on these people. That why is law enforcement mental health such a detrimental thing? Why is this happening so much here?
It's tough in 2025 to be an adult in any occupation. There are certain stressors that you're going to have. There's certain deadlines and commitments and just stress all around you. So now we have someone who wants to be a police officer or a peace officer. I'll even extend this to firemen and to EMS people. They have a very important job to do. Society depends on our police. They are the monitors of proper and improper behavior. They are our protectors. They are enforcers of the laws that we've agreed collectively exist. When you take a person and you send them to training to be a police officer, it takes around 6 months to even begin this process. And we educate our new recruits with so much information. We value them. We encourage them. We empower them. We teach them. We train them. We simulate things with them. We have them exposed to many, many, many hundreds of things, because we are preparing them for what society, their boss, the citizen, is going to require and demand that they do. Every time, all the time, 100% of the time, whether it's raining, hot, cold, storms, hurricanes, an active shooter, someone shooting at them, someone shooting at you, none of that matters. We hired you, we trained you, we empowered you, and now it's time to go to work. So when these officers deal with not only their personal lives and their personal challenges and stressors, Now they're dealing with yours, and they're dealing with social constructs that are criminal in nature, that are dangerous, that are sad, that are terrible. So you go through this training, and we're really with you. We're really supporting you. You work your career. You may work in different areas, you may work in enforcement, or you may work in detentions, or you may work everywhere in the department. There's many different roles you could work in. And then all of a sudden, 25 years later, you realize that, well, I'm ready to retire. I'm ready to go. I've done my time. I've done good things, and I'm honorably retiring. And you pick the date. What do we do, and what do we say to you when you're leaving? Is the department as enthusiastic as when we hired you? Is there as much emphasis on training you and supporting you and encouraging you as it was in the beginning? How about in the middle of your employment journey? Did we support you when you were stressed? Did we support you when you were sad? Did we support you when you were depressed? Did we support you when you had an alcohol problem? Did we support you and give you resources when you had a domestic violence problem? Or does the public think it's funny to see an officer charged with DWI or an officer relieved of duty because of some stress-related thing or because a shooting or a use of force event was questionable? It's tough to be a police officer in 2025. Bottom line. The stress, the public's appeal or denial of a good feeling about you can change daily. The public is a tough master to serve. They have unrealistic expectations, and they may even want to defund the police. Now, how did that work out? Let's defund the police. Let's have fewer officers with an increasing population, with an increasing crime rate, with an increasing risks. Let's have fewer officers that are trained, experienced, exposed, ready to solve your 20-year problem in one encounter. The departments may have employee assistance programs. Are they real? And does a police officer really want to engage with them because of stigma about being weak or insecure or scared? How do these officers, with this tremendous responsibility that you make them do, get relief? Some of them, as we see, make it all the way through and they retire. Some of them don't make it because the stress is overwhelming. Their medical condition is overwhelming. Their work relationships are negative and overwhelming. And they decide that suicide perhaps is the best option because it will stop all this from occurring. It will stop all these problems from happening with others or their family. And they do it. What has the department done for 3 of these 4 who have retired? Thank you for your service. Here's a watch. Oh, look us up on Facebook. That's not enough. why don't we do an exit interview, not just a little meeting? Well, did you like your career and what are you looking forward to? No. Why don't we really talk to them and first of all say, look, you are trained, you are experienced, you are effective, you are an honorably serving person, officer, deputy, sergeant, lieutenant, whatever you are. Will you stay? Will you stay and serve a little longer? We need your experience. We have a whole new set of young officers coming in. They're not experienced. They've never seen what you've seen. They've never experienced what you've experienced. Will you stay? Can we try to retain you? The toughest job in law enforcement is not attracting new officers. In my opinion, it's retaining the ones that are trained and experienced. Because if you hire a new officer, it'll be years before they are fully functional and really integrated into their roles. Sure, they can check the box, but the real experience comes with a blend of academics and exposure. What are we doing for our retired officers? Here's my advice. Let's do a training class at the academy, at all the academies. And let's call it Law Enforcement Transition to Retirement. If I can't talk you out of it to stay and serve, maybe you need a different assignment. Maybe you need to be working with a different group. We can probably accomplish that. But once you're gone, and you take all of that experience with you, and it's gone. If you're on the fence about suicide, my message to you is talk to someone. Now, that sounds real simple. I know it's not, but the best way to deal with that is to talk to someone and share your experience and your feelings and what you're thinking. But then let's say you're on the fence about it, you're stressed, you've lost that identity, you just don't have any purpose or meaning you feel. And now all of a sudden, you see 3 other people from your department that you retired from kill themselves. And you think, perhaps, maybe that's the answer. I wasn't really thinking about it. But look, it seems to be kind of happening a lot. That may have influenced me to get off the fence and think about that. How terrible. I knew one of these 4 people. I'm glad I didn't know the others because it's terrible. But I knew Deputy Wynn, and he was a good guy. And he had some medical conditions that occurred that as the others did, that led to that ending. So we need to do more for our police officers to help them not get them going, not sustain them, but on the end, because this has to stop.
If you or someone you know is thinking about suicide, the suicide hotline is 988. They've recently made it very easy to call 988 on your phone. There's also a number called 1-800-COP-LINE, COPLINE, which provides around-the-clock support to officers in crisis, both online and by phone. We just want to say thank you for listening to us. Thank you, Robert, for talking. Thank you. There's safety in numbers. If you need help, ask for it, please. Thank you. The information provided in our podcasts is for general information uses only and is not intended as legal advice. The views and opinions expressed by the guests are their own. Always consult with a qualified professional before making safety and security decisions. For more information about this topic, check out our website at SAFESECURE360.com.